Hi guys, it's Nika. Welcome back to my channel. Today is a very special day because exactly 1 year ago I uploaded my very first video and I have been here ever since. And so today, while I will be getting really sappy about this past year, I decided to go back to my very first Create a Sim series that I did on this channel and make over my Winx Sims. Before we actually get to the sappy part, I guess I should maybe talk a little bit about the video and what I'm doing here. So yeah, as I already said, I'm making over my Winx Sims, the ones that I posted about a year ago. You can still download them on my Tumblr, and I think I will be uploading these newer versions as well, although mostly they just have different hair and outfits, and their facial structure stayed almost the same. This time around I tried to do a better job at recreating their show outfits rather than just improvising and going with what I think they would wear. I mean, I guess that's what I did for a few outfits, but I will admit that once we get to the later outfits, like the athletic outfits and the party outfits and the colder and stuff like that, I started caring less about if the outfits are show accurate. Honestly, it's because when I was doing this, I started getting so tired. I've been having some issues. I don't really sleep well. I don't know what it is, but I really got tired while I was making this, and suddenly, even just looking up the outfits on the internet started feeling like too much work. And you know, as a child or as a young teenager, I spent a lot of time obsessing over this show. So some of the outfits, a lot of their outfits actually are burned into my mind. I could close my eyes and tell you exactly every single outfit from every single season. And I'm not even kidding. But when I was doing this video, when I was like halfway through the makeovers, yeah, my mind just went blank and I couldn't think of anything. So yeah, maybe next year I will finish the job. I don't know, probably not. Probably not, but still, I think those outfits turned out cute. And let me know if you recognize anything. Obviously, I took some liberties sometimes because we don't have exactly what is in the show. Which reminds me, I would really like to see more Winx inspired CC packs. The only one that comes to my mind instantly is the hair pack by Daylife Sims. It is a beautiful pack of beautiful hairs, very accurate, I would say. I will admit that I didn't use their hair for every single character in this video. I simply had something else in mind for them sometimes. Or, I kind of felt like, well, with this one, I could take actually some more liberties. I would like their hair to be a little different. But yeah, all the hairs in that pack are worth it. Anyway, CC creators, since Y2K is all the rage right now and has been for a while, would you mind taking a little more inspiration from Winx Club? Because some of their outfits are so gorgeous. Some of them I figured don't really work as well in The Sims, or wouldn't really work in real life, I guess. But they have a lot of cute outfits. There is a lot of cute outfits to pick from and take inspiration from. If I will ever learn how to make CC, I will probably be making Winx inspired clothes packs all the time. Also Monster High CC. Oh my god, Monster High CC would be so good. Anyway, before we get to the oh my god, I've been here for a year part of the video, I have a few questions for you. Obviously, who was your favorite or who is your favorite Winx? Do you have a favorite outfit from this show? Your favorite transformation? Your favorite specialist? I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah, I have been really obsessed with this show ever since I first saw it. Well, that's not really true. When I first saw it, I thought whatever about it, but then when I was like 11, another TV channel started airing it, and I watched it every single evening with my younger sibling, and that's when I got so freaking obsessed. And I'm still obsessed, and I mean, I'm obsessed in a different way now, I guess, but it's still one of my favorite shows, and rewatching it brings me so much comfort and also pain. Because, let's be real, some of the storytelling choices were really choices. And yeah, there are more plot holes sometimes than there is actual plot. But yeah, who's your favorite Winx? Do you have some very, very favorite outfits, transformations? Who are your favorite specialists? What's your favorite season? Who's your favorite villain? Let's just talk about that in the comments, shall we? But yeah, now for the second part of this video, where I will be getting really sappy about being here for a whole year. So where do I even begin? I cannot believe it has been an entire year. This channel means so much to me, and I really love working on it. It has helped me through some really dark times, and I think the dark times are still here. But I have this to look forward to and to work on, and I'm excited almost every day, almost every morning. I am excited to get up because I know I will get to record something, either in game or I will get to record this voiceover. Mornings are for voiceovers because I'm home alone, and yeah, it's a really nice start of the day. Only thing I kind of hate is that before I started my channel and while I was already at home, because you know I dropped out of university and I am not able to find a job, yeah, so the first few months before I started my channel, I was writing in the mornings, and that was very good for me. I was able to write a lot, and I kind of pushed that aside because I started having a lot more fun with my YouTube channel. And also, I need to use this precious, precious time of being home alone. I need to use it for talking in English and saying stuff that I don't want anyone to hear, because they would ask questions and all that, and I can write basically anytime, except I found that once it's the afternoon, I find it really hard to get back to writing, and only recently I made it part of my evening routine that before I go to bed I try to write for a little bit, at least 10 minutes every day, and it works. But I feel like I should somehow figure out how to bring writing back to the morning. I should somehow balance the YouTube thing and the writing thing, basically. Recently, I've been kind of talking a lot about how when I look at my stats, when I look at my views, when I look at my subscriber growth, I'm a little upset about it because it's not growing as much as I would like it. But when I look back to a year ago, I never would have imagined to have over 500 subscribers. That is crazy to me, and yeah, when you look at it that way, I'm actually very happy with my stats. That's pretty cool. And I would like to continue growing and hopefully someday get monetized even so I can make a little money from this. It would especially be very useful now that I'm unemployed and very depressed, and you know, that's like one of the biggest obstacles in getting the job, because yeah, let's not talk about that actually, that's very sad and we don't want this video to be sad, right? But yeah, since I'm currently unemployed, it would be really nice to have some income from this, but I don't think it will happen anytime soon, but that's okay, because I like working on this anyway, and most of the time I don't look at the stats, I don't look at the views, I don't really care about the subscriber count, because I just really find so much joy in just working on this channel, on sitting down and recording the stuff and then editing the video and then talking over it and then doing all the other stuff, you know, thumbnails and uploading it, and if it's a create a sim video, making the lookbooks, getting the CC, putting the sims up for download. I just really enjoy this whole process, and seeing that someone enjoys it, it's just really the icing on the cake, I guess you could say. Although, yeah, when I work really hard on something, I'm gonna be honest, when I work really hard on something and then it doesn't get any attention, it is a bit sad, but it doesn't happen that often that I get extremely discouraged. Most of the time I'm just like, yeah, but I enjoyed the whole process, so it's fine. And actually, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying, I thought this would do better, I'm a little sad that people are not enjoying this as much as I thought they would. I don't think there's anything bad saying that. I think what's bad is when you put that as your number one thing. Like if you're really only doing it for the views and for the subscriber count to grow and you don't enjoy the process, then maybe just don't do it at all. So yeah, I like seeing the numbers grow, but I'm not even sure what I'm trying to say, but it's not like the main thing, I guess. Another thing that I haven't mentioned in this video yet, but I really enjoy it about this whole content creating thing, is that I'm doing it in English, and I found that I enjoy talking in English so much. Before this channel, I knew that my English was good. I knew that if I would go abroad and I would have to speak with someone, we could communicate, but I wasn't very confident in English, and it would always make me a little uncomfortable to use this language. But now it's kind of really natural for me to speak English, and yeah, as I said, I really enjoy using this language. I guess this also helped me kind of get more comfortable just generally using my voice and speaking and stuff like that. I remember back at school, whenever I had a presentation, what would very often happen was that I would be so nervous that I would run out of breath, and it would just completely throw me off and I would not be able to come back. And I had a few breakdowns like that. Like I would be given a presentation and I would know that I did a good job at preparing the presentation, but I would run out of breath and I would not be able to go back to where I stopped talking. And I think there were like a few times when I just completely lost it. I remember looking at the presentation and I just couldn't read it anymore and I broke down crying. And something like that was actually happening even during the pandemic when we had online school. Like I would be shaking in front of my computer. I didn't even have the webcam on, but I would be shaking. I would be running out of breath so bad. And when I started this channel, I thought that something similar would happen to me as well. And now, no, it's completely natural to me to just sit here and talk to myself. And yeah. And now usually the only time I run out of breath is when I'm really excited about something. Like when I'm telling you about, I don't know, I get really excited about vampires. I've been really excited about Percy Jackson recently, Hunger Games. I run out of breath when I talk about my characters because I love them so much. And I feel like that's okay. I feel like that's fine. And yeah, I don't think I ever cried during a video or like during the process of recording a video. I was very worried in the beginning, but like I said, it's all natural to me and I really love doing this. And working on this channel, I think, really helped me with my confidence. I mean, I am still an anxious wreck, but I'm less of a wreck, I would say. And really, that means a lot, because it shows that there's hope for me, and maybe I could gain even more confidence eventually. I really hope. And where am I going with this? I'm not entirely sure. There's only one more thing to say. I just really, really, really want to thank you for being here. I'm very grateful for all the friends I made in the community. I don't often feel like I'm a good friend, yet a lot of you are sticking around anyway, and that means a lot to me. I still don't feel like I'm a good friend though, but yeah, I'm so glad that you're sticking around, and maybe that means that I am actually a good friend. I don't know. I'm just rambling now. Forgive me. But yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say, I feel like I really found my people in this community. And for that, I will be forever thankful, because, like I've said a million times already, this past year and the few years before that, it has not been the best time. It's been quite dark for me, actually. And having the friends that I made here on YouTube, and, well, technically on Twitter, but like a lot of you are also on YouTube. It just means a lot to me, and I think we got to the sappiest part, and maybe it's time to go. So enjoy the rest of the video. I hope you like these Sims, and here's to another year, I guess. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Bye everyone.